Yes, sorry, 3, 2, 1. Hayley, osteopathy, a young athlete like yourself, what's the benefits?
Yeah, quite a lot of benefits. I mean, I started upping my training a couple of years ago, and my coach recommended coming here. And since then, in every area, I've improved dramatically. I mean, flexibility, pains. I was getting quite a few niggles from doing too much, and not just treatment either. Been given tips like eating, hydration, which has all come together. And since coming here, my PBs have dropped dramatically, so I think it's beneficial. Yeah. Good.
Mention your PBs. You had a good season. How would you evaluate this season?
Yeah, it's kind of okay. It's kind of hard to follow last year's, obviously, worlds and breaking the British record and whatnot. It was quite a superb year, and then yeah, this year's it's still been quite good. But obviously, I didn't make worlds this year, which is obviously my main aim. But overall, it's been quite good. I mean, I've still knocked off PBs, which obviously means I'm going in the right direction. So
17, almost 18.
Yep.
This key period for many athletes of your standard, between now and the age of 18 and 22, this is where you could keep going or fall off the radar.
Yeah. I mean, I've had quite a lot of talks with my coach about it. This is kind of the period where you kind of make or break, if you will, because you know, a lot of people peak when they're younger, but then can't continue it through. But I'm pretty confident, obviously, with help from the osteopaths and my coach, that yeah, these next 4 years are going to be quite hard. Just got to stick with it.
But could you see yourself maybe in the future going abroad to a college, you know, maybe an American college, or doing things like that?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny you say that. I have been in contact. Someone's contacted me about going abroad to Iowa States in America, and we've kind of not really spoke about it yet, because I still think it's quite a way away. But yeah, I think it's something that if you want to progress, you might have to make a few changes, so it could be something that I think about in the future. It's a possibility.
Because that's one of the things, when Mo Farah was knocked out of the semi-finals of the 5,000 metres, you could tell, and more or less what Brendan Foster, 4 years ago, what Brendan Foster and Steve Cram were saying, you've got to make your mind up now, son.
Yeah.
Whether you want to get knocked out in the semi-finals in London in 4 years' time.
Yeah.
So some athletes have to make that big decision, don't they?
Yeah, it's a huge decision, obviously, to go to America, leave your family, but then again, you know, it's what you get out of it. I mean, you hear all the Olympians say after 4 years of hard work and finally got my gold medal or achieved whatever I want to achieve. It's kind of, sometimes you have to sit back and think, well, I've got to do it for me. If I want, you know, if I want to achieve this, I'm going to have to put everything on hold and take the big step. Yeah.
You went to 3 nights of the athletics.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy and what did you learn?
What did I enjoy? It was all sensational. I mean, I don't know. It's gone so quick, isn't it? Really. I quite enjoyed the sprint hurdles. I mean, I think it was Lawrence Clark who sort of came above all the other British athletes, which I thought was fantastic. And I think the best thing was hearing the interviews after on the big screen and just realising that they were saying, oh, you know, a couple of years ago I was just dreaming about it, you know, I was watching Athens, blah blah blah, I wanted to be there, and it kind of puts it on head, thinking, well, that's what I'm thinking now. I'm looking at it and thinking, oh, in 4 years time I hope to be there, and it makes it kind of realistic, sort of like my dreams it can sort of come true with hard work and dedication. Everybody
suddenly becomes a critic watching Olympics and all events, and some people would have seen some like Perry Shakes Drayton, you know, 53-77 on a windy night in rainy night, Crystal Palace, but you know, underperform in the semis.
Yeah.
Is that just a matter of that can happen, or is that? I know this is probably somebody you may know now.
Yeah, yeah.
You must have a lot of sympathy for her.
Oh yeah, I think pressure is probably the huge thing on everyone's shoulders. I mean, she's been built up quite a lot because of that run, and can she final? And I think it all depends, you know, how she was feeling. It could have been preparation beforehand. She could have felt tight. She could have not warmed up properly. There's loads of factors that, you know, could have made her run that slow, and only she will know what happened. But it's quite yeah, it's quite upsetting when you think she's run that fast and you get to the Olympics, your home crowd, and you can't quite deliver. I think there's nothing more frustrating. Now it's obviously a sports college and it's fantastic. I mean, they promote it, they get people into it. I think at the younger stages, we're not quite aware, I think, of the range. I think we all, you know, if you said sport, people like football. I think, I mean, like, the thing with the Olympics, I watched handball, I watched a game, and that's absolutely fantastic. And I had no idea that this even existed. And I think, especially when you're younger, I think it'd be fantastic to get younger people more involved in things like handball that you'd never even seen before. So I think, you know, when you get to college, you know, so they do promote it very well, and you know, you go do different things, but when you're younger, you're not really aware of how much there actually is out there.
So you're saying that maybe in PE for the primary school years, maybe you know, for around the schools in Thurrock, maybe a handball coach could come in, or a volleyball coach, and say, you can do all these sports. Yeah,
just to be aware. I mean, there's still half the sports that I don't even know. I mean, I think taekwondo or something, I still had no idea. I mean, I don't know the rules, and I was watching it, I was thinking, what is going on? But then once you watch it, it was absolutely fantastic. I do think, you know, especially in primary school, it's a great age, you know, especially just watching the Olympics. I think now would be a great time to bring some specialists in and say, look, you know, you can do this, this is how you get involved. I think, yeah, especially younger people.
So if somebody's 10 or 11, or a parent's got a 10, 11-year-old or a 9-year-old, what's your advice if they want to get involved in athletics?
I think, you know, go to your local areas. I mean, do some research, what you're interested in. There's always phone numbers, people that want to help you. You know, go on the internet, see what you can do. Yeah, there's always ways to get involved in sport.